Steve Jones, Mayor of Garden Grove. I'll start just by saying that I think this initiated out of Garden Grove having a sister city relationship with Anyang, Korea, for the last 34 years. We were invited to come help them celebrate their 50-year anniversary as a city. So that's part of it, but we wanted to make it into something more meaningful. So we put together this delegation to promote not only leisure tourism, but also business, trade. We've got a very healthy Korean population, and we've got a Korean business district, OC Koreatown. We've got vibrant import-export shipping with our proximity to the ports of Long Beach and Los Angeles. We just have a unique value proposition to offer in Garden Grove and in larger Orange County that we want to share. So we look at this trip as the beginning of a dialogue. Hope to make some genuine connections with each of you that we can carry forward. I think it's all about the follow-up that happens after these meetings, that we build relationships, we build more connections, and we see not only more tourism come to our area, but more business, more e-commerce, more trade in general.
Okay, and just to follow up on that, the purpose was and is to celebrate Anyang, but also to re-engage. You mentioned what is the plan after the pandemic, and as the tourism board, our goal in any of our international markets, but especially a key market like the Korean market, is to take people from inspiration to motivation to activation. And so we want to give them the tools, and especially our trade partners, to know how to go from seeing what there is to do to actually booking it and then making that vacation a reality. As with anything, education is a key component in relationship building. And so we are always growing, developing, evolving, and the destination is committed to putting out new offerings for visitors. And so really, that's one of our main goals, is just to continue the dialogue that we have with our trade partners, but also for those repeat visitors to say, hey, here's why you need to come back. There's always something new happening in the destination, but we also have your favorites. And so we just want to kind of showcase all of those storylines that we mentioned, from breweries to family fun to rooftop lounges to new luxury product to amazing shopping to museums and history and the rich culture. But there is such a shared, I guess, love of leisure and fun and food, and we do have a strong Korean population in Garden Grove, and so there is this connectedness to this market, and we're seeing that in the numbers of visitors coming in. And a statistic that Mayor Jones mentioned the other day was that the Korean market was the fastest to come back. Actually, Rick may have mentioned it out of Disney, but that's a testament to the significance of the Korean traveler to Anaheim, Orange County, and so we wanted to be here. Also, the shifting landscape in tourism, there's been turnover in the travel trade space just because people needed to find other businesses, and so you have a new influx of travel agents, and so that education piece starts with us being here.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I so appreciate Discovery Editor-in-Chief's question about what's the next plan. And I can provide a very specific example of what we do. So just like what Mayor Jones mentioned, not only want to develop economic development, and Mr. Young also mentioned the tourism trade. At Nick's Library, we're very honored to work with the South Korean Consulate in LA to promote Korean culture, since we have presidential theater that's called Theater 37 with 300 seats. So when we had the coming of age ceremony of South Korea in LA, South Korea Consulate in LA actually bring the coming of age ceremony to Nick's Library, and there we have 300 audience from local American community participate in such a ceremony to appreciate this tradition, this rich culture of South Korea. So it is in our plan to truly not only bring tourists from Korea, but also promote Korean culture in Southern California.
I just wanted to add that this is my, sorry. Thank you. I just wanted to add that this is my 6th time to Seoul and Korea to do sales missions. And each time there's been an increase, there's been more Koreans visiting us. Why? And that's why we are always here coming back to this market. This market is very strong. We're very connected to the market. Like Jane said, it's not just travel is actually a very personal experience for you to learn about the other culture. So it is not just about going over there to see a site very quickly, but it is to opening it, the people-to-people connection, and then the travel experience that you'll gain that lasts a lifetime in your memory. So, of course, that's always been our goal, is to promote that travel destination. But at the same time, we're here, we're also learning about the culture, and this is why we are having this people-to-people exchange that's irreplaceable. Doesn't matter if it's AI and or other online experiences, you will never have that. And this is always why we're here to promote that person-to-person exchange. And that's been very, very important to us. In terms of just retail, for example, that has been a huge lift with the Korean market as well. We now actually have one of the largest Korean retailers called Gentle Monster. I'm sure you're very aware of the luxury eyewear now has a location at South Coast Plaza. We have not only Korean food, but there's a lot of Korean visitors that are always coming by. I think we also, don't forget, next month, what's coming to the World Korean Business Convention, driving not only, it is about Korean, after 20 years in Korea, this is the first time it's outside of Korea. So meaning that this is taking the global stage, Koreans are having commerce around the world, and they chose US and Orange County as a first destination to host this convention, and we're very honored to have that. Not only will there be a delegation from Korea coming, there's going to be all kinds of Korea commerce that are based in the US, not just in Orange County or California, but throughout the US, coming over to meet and to conduct business and to build more commerce for everybody. So that is why we're here, and we're hoping for more, and there's going to be more cultural bridges and more building of commerce between the two countries.
Yeah, great question, thank you. The strategy is really to educate that Anaheim, Orange County is a multi-day destination. We're seeing travel, and whether it's coming to Los Angeles and staying in Los Angeles, and we're getting tertiary business from that. Our message is stay in Anaheim. It is cleaner, safer, more affordable, more economical than staying in the gateways of LA or San Diego, and yet you can still use it as a hub to experience everything that you want to in Southern California. But also on top of that, it's that there's more than just a one day. We're more than just Disneyland. I mean, Disneyland is amazing, and it's the magic of Disney, and Anaheim was a city built on imagination. But the whole county has so much to offer, from the beaches to all of those other storylines that we've talked about.
제가 추가 하나 드릴게요. 이게 제일 핵심으로는 이제 오렌지 카운티가 하루 와서 방문하는 지역이 아니고 멀티데이, 며칠 와서 이제 다양하게 익스피리언스 할 수 있는 그런 분위기로 할 수 있는 데스티네이션이라고 그걸 홍보를 하러 왔어요. 왜냐면 전에는 디즈니랜드 때문에 하루로 지나가는 도시, 지나가는 지역으로 생각을 하셨거든요. 근데 이제 지나가는 지역이 아니고 와서 리저리 있으면서 멀티데이로 하면서 음식과 다양한 음식도 있고 다양한 쇼핑도 할 수도 있고 바닷가도 있고 좋은 환경에서 식구들끼리 다 인조이 할 수 있는 지역이라서 저는 그 홍보하러 왔어요.
우리나라 이제 에이전트들을 만나러 오셨잖아요. 우리나라 여행사에서 지금 갖고 있는 미서구 상품이 그 어디죠? 어디죠? 샌프란시스코에서 들어오거나 아니면 LA에서 들어오거나 인아웃이 이제 대략 그런 상품이 거의 100%에 가깝습니다. 그리고 코스도 이제 주요 그 계곡 그 계곡들 있잖아요. 그 캐년 보고 라스베이거스 갔다가 LA로 다시 오거나 아니면 샌프란시스코로 가거나 요 일정이 사실 100%예요. 거의 주요 여행사의 상품이. 그래서 여행사 입장에서 이 애너하임 코스를 넣는다는 거는 굉장히 모험적인 일입니다. 왜냐하면 한국 사람들이 그동안 그 코스에 너무나 길들여져 있는 패키지 상품을 이용하기 때문에 애너하임 상품을 코스를 넣는다는 것 자체가 위험하면서 확률도 굉장히 낮습니다. 현재까지는. 이번에 오셔서 우리 에이전트 분들을 만나시니까 그거를 좀 해결하고 가셔야 될 것 같아요. 그래서 요 문제에 대해서 우리 마이클 영 디렉터 매니저님이 좀 답변을 해주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 굉장히 쉽지 않은 일이다. 예.
No, that's a good question.
That is a fantastic question.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's a good setup. Yeah.
And I think collectively, that's the narrative that we're trying to develop, because we have the product, we have the experiences, we have the amazing memories and all of the different elements that make it a worthwhile stop. You will get a lot out of the Anaheim Orange County area. It's that education. People know what they're used to, and they say, oh, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go to the Grand Canyon and stop in Vegas. And we're here to tell you we are more than just a 2-day destination, and a package is worth, I mean, an Anaheim Orange County package is worth developing. And you say it might be risky. We're asking to take that risk and let us deliver on that promise of the vacation of a lifetime, because we have the product. We have everything from luxury to shopping to amazing experiences with Disneyland, the attractions, but we also have 46 miles of coastline and Catalina Island and whale watching and beaches and Surf City USA in Huntington. Orange County is 37 cities, Anaheim is one of them, Garden Grove is, and so there is this rich culture, there's this connectedness, but there's so much variety in what you can do. Wineries, I mean, you name it. Southern California has it, and I am going to lean on my partners here, but yeah, if there's anything that we can do in terms of resources to give you tools to say, let's build a package and let's try it, and then we'll help promote it, because it's worth including it in the destination. But I would like to hear from the rest of the strength on my team here.
Okay, so this is Paul, and I'm from the 3 hotels, Hilton Hotels here. So I've been working with these 3 hotels for over 2 years, and like 2 years ago, basically there's no like Vietnamese tourist groups or Taiwanese tourist groups staying at my hotel. And what we did is we invite them to this area, and we just had like a fun trip with them, and we show them how's what is the area, and how's everything here. And after that, one of the biggest like tour agency in Vietnam, they made the package and for their guests, and it was a big success. So nowadays I got like over 100 tourist groups from Vietnam in 12 months. And from Taiwan, same thing. I got like over 20 groups from there as well. So I believe for a Korean market, Michael, will keep continuing like doing the education, and I believe we will get those new packages which include the Anaheim and Orange County, for Korean market. Yes, thank you.
Hi everybody, again Christine from the Great Walls Lodge. Just to actually reiterate, I actually took that tour with my parents when they visited from the Philippines, and we were in LA. So in LA, we only did Universal Studios, and then the other day it was kind of like a city tour. That's all we were able to do. Being in Anaheim, in that one day, you can do Disneyland, you can do California Adventure, you can go to the water park, you can have a beer tour all in one day. So the amount of things that you can have the Korean travelers to experience in one day as opposed to being in LA is a huge difference. So we would love to invite the packages to be built based on Anaheim stay.
Hello, Ashley from the Westin Anaheim Resort. First, thank you for visiting Anaheim. I think your trip alone is a testament to why the traveler needs to come to Anaheim. You would have skipped over and just stayed in a lake. But as you were pleasantly surprised of how clean it was and how many activities there are to do there, It was previously asked what was our purpose of being here. For myself, it is to build those relationships and to build the trust. So moving forward, I feel like, and my partners would most likely agree, that that trust is what's going to get the travelers and the Korean market to come to Anaheim. By trusting in us, we can build that itinerary for you. We can have suggestions of shopping, beaches, parks, and different hotel options for your guests. And then also just knowing what's in the area, so the exposure. This is not the old Anaheim that many travel agents or travelers thought of years ago. We now have luxury properties as myself. We have a Din Tai Fung going in Anaheim area. In Garden Grove, there's going to be Nickelodeon and many restaurants. So it's a new and improved Anaheim that we need to switch our way of thinking. And I think it's just building that trust and relationships to get the traveler there the first time. And once they experience it for themselves, they'll see that it's this new city that can replace that LA style.
As Melinda, I'd like to add one more very briefly. I'd like to acknowledge your question. Your question tells me you know what the challenge is, which is the package. It's hard to break any package with any tour market, let alone the country. So Michael Young mentioned very well, it's for education. But I like to say, it's for the first-time traveler, they will go likely with a travel package. San Francisco to Las Vegas or LA to Las Vegas. There's no way to stop by in Anaheim. So my colleague can work as hard as they can, but there's no way for breaking this pattern. However, when Korean market is so mature, they come back for repeat visit. That's the time they want to break away from the package. They want to go to deeper, live like a local, either by self-driving or enriching the itinerary themselves. That's where our hope is. We want to break into the repeat travel market rather than the first. Probably, Michael, you have a different view, but as Nick's Library, we are not even aiming for the first-time traveler. They will go with the package, but for the repeat traveler, they'll come back.